Yeah, hi, welcome. It's Tavern Brawl time again. So, this video will about my first impressions about the new Tavern Brawl, and it has something to do with Blingtron. Ever since America released it also a few hours earlier, I know already a little bit what it's about. So it says Blingtron is ready to rumble. He changes your hero power to get a random weapon, and he gives you random weapons. So yeah, whenever we use our hero power, we get the random weapon, as it says. But I also read that if it's destroyed by something else, like an ooze or so, we will get a new one. I don't know if it immediately or just if we hit the button. So I was thinking what we could use here. And oh, I forgot one thing. Everyone starts with 10 more health. The weapon itself it's really good as a hero power. So I was thinking, which is this one, the class which doesn't use the hero power, or which one is more or less useless? And I think it's the shaman. And we have a weapon with whom we can attack. So I was wondering if we shouldn't try just a simple face shaman. So we take all those nice bells. We don't need to include weapons. That's nice. She'll take unmolded elemental. Yeah, but Doom Hammer is actually a really good weapon. But I want to see what other or how good the weapons are which we get. So Argent Horse Rider. What else do we have? Murgle doesn't make sense here, right? Would be interesting to know if he can change the hero power or not. So let's take other stuff with charge. The Southsea Deckhand. And yeah, let's take Leroy Jenkins. So against Valera.
Watch your back.
For Doomhammer.
I was also thinking of taking Valera. The good thing is it's one of the classes which uses the hero power quite often, and then you just get an even better one. Oh, you can start with one. Foam Sword. Okay. Bloodsail Raider is an option I was also thinking of.
Elements guide me.
We get a new one immediately. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I was thinking of including Bloodsail Raider as well, but for a face deck it's just too slow. Now we continue going face here. So what is playing?
Elements guide me.
I think our health is still good enough. Flame Tank Totem is a little bit useless here right now. We could also think of including more card draw, since we always have something which you can use to attack. Oh, Deathbite is a good one.
Job's done.
Maybe I just used the silence on the Bloodsail Raider, because we are not going to kill this anyway, and yeah, he would do 2 less attack, and also for the next turn. So now we have to kill something, otherwise wouldn't have been completely necessary.
Elements guide me.
So I guess we lose here. Just needs just 2 more attack, and yeah. Oh, it changed into power. Okay. So yeah, the Rook is a strong class here. But I want to try it again with a Face Shaman. Or you can use a Cold Light Oracle. At least we have a minion on the board. And for us it's more important to draw our cards in for the opponent. Oh, we can also include Harrison Jones as a card draw. This is always working. This is in general a card which is useful in this Tavern Brawl. Okay, now since we know that they have the weapon right from the beginning, doesn't make sense to include the Zap-O-Matic, because it gets simply killed. So Flame Tank Totem. Okay, let's try Harrison. And the Flame Totems were not as useful. Whoops. So one more. We could include another silence. We take another draw. God. Okay, maybe this looks better. Another idea I have in mind is Freeze Mage. Since with the weapon we can control the early game and also starting beating the opponent's face. So that might be an option.
Or death for Doomhammer. Elements guide.
The problems with the face decks are that he has an answer, so you can always deal with the minions you put on the board. You don't need to trade. And he's using the annoying Bloodsail Raider as well. Well, that was great.
Elements guide me. Back to work.
Three, four. Okay. I'm sure we'll play the Totem Golem and just saucy deckhand the guy. Oh shit.
Elements guide me.
Ah. Now let's play the wolves. So it's down to 16. Ah.
Get in there and fight, maggot! Elements guide me. Elements guide me. Job done.
So Tunnel Truck is already useless. If you cannot play him on turn 1 later, he seems not a good option anymore.
Back to work.
But as long as he doesn't run in another Shield Maiden, I don't think it looks so bad for us. Ooh, Spiteful Smith.
Elements guide me. Elements guide me.
Ah, one mana is missing. Yeah, come, let's see what we get. So, this is quite a lot of damage. 20.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
Interesting. Okay, this is not doing anything. Whew. I was a little bit lucky in the end. Okay. Good. Yeah, I want to try it with the freeze mage. Or at least something which is use Maligas. But yeah, we start with freeze mage. So we take the ice lances, the frost bolts, arcane intellect, frost nova. Ice block, ice barrier. Fireball. I'm using the freeze mage from Fibonacci. So we need mad scientists. Engineers, Doomsayer, Maligos. Wait, there. Some mistaken spelling. Alex Straza. What is missing? Sorry then. The blood mage. The two called like Oracle, yeah. I forgot the name. I'll include another fireball and let's take Harrison as a card draw. Okay, this is just for testing.
Jaina versus Valera.
Watch your back. You asked for it.
Somehow I feel I missed something, but I can't think of anything. Yeah, usually I would go for cards which draw stuff, cycle stuff. But Thoradin is a card we need later, and yeah, we get the card draw. So he seems to play quite aggressive.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
It's not so good to give him cards when he plays aggressive. Oh, why would we get such a shitty one? Oh, are you kidding me? No.
You win.
I think it's also too slow a little bit. They hit us every time in the face. So the rook is all the weapon related cards is pretty strong. I think we should go maybe take a look in the collection. Just looking, everything was is weapon related, so weapons itself we don't need. Yeah, deadly poison, buccaneer, blade fury also is always good. Or at least most of the time, goblin auto barber, Tinker's sharp sword oil. You only have rock biter weapon. Yeah, upgrade. This one is just one attack. This is usually pretty cheap. This is usually pretty yeah, has usually 3 or more attack, so for the mana cost quite good. This is Ooze. Yeah, I don't know. It's the thing is he gets a weapon immediately. That does only make sense if his weapon is really strong, like Gorehole or something like this. I don't think it's worth to use it. Captain Greenskin makes sense, and Harrison Jones always draws card. But a good thing of Harrison Jones in Constructed is beside the card draw you destroy the weapon, which is pretty nice. Here it's actually just the card draw. and just drawing one card is still okay, but it's only really good if you draw more than one card. Yeah, Spiteful Smith also has effect on your weapon. I think I go with the Rook this time. But I'm not so sure if I should include the Goblin Auto Barber. Actually, I like to make a deck full of pirates. Yeah, but on the other hand, the pirates, if you can gain tempo and fill the board, you can get a really strong board. But with this weapon, he has always a chance to clear your stuff. So maybe it's not that useful. Okay, taking those guys. This one, this one, this one. Card draw or Goblin Auto Barber. I want to include Harrison just for the fun of it, and we take the Goblin Auto Barber.
Valera versus Malfurion.
I must protect the one.
Watch your back.
I think we can keep this. This is a nice turn 3 play. Playing this one, playing that one,
Here we
and
go. Here we go.
yeah, hopefully you can equip a weapon.
X marks the spot. Hello, hello, hello. Here we go. Here we go.
Job done.
Okay, so now we don't have a weapon anymore.
I give up.
Yeah.
My thanks.
So when you get this weapon, it destroys the cycle. Yeah, you don't get a weapon anymore. Only if you have a weapon in your deck. But I guess nobody's running a weapon in his deck since it doesn't make sense.
For it. Watch your back.
So great, we keep her and backstab. This is really good early game. So I play this. Yeah, so we can play him for free. Next turn we get 6-3. Still protected by Dread Corsair. And he gets garbage. That's pretty cool.
Here we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a pity. It was a pretty short one. Anyway, so this video is already half an hour long. And since I want to make it not too long and keep it a little bit short, I will stop by here. We have seen a few games, tried several things. So to come to a conclusion, the things we learned about it is that you start with a 2-2 weapon. Everyone starts with that, and whenever you weapon, yeah, if you don't have charges, you get a new weapon immediately. If you're not happy with the weapon you get, you can use the hero power to get a random new one. The only thing which destroys the cycle is the shaman weapon, which gives you then a new hero power. What happens if you play Sir Murgleton? I'm not so sure. And Justica Trueheart doesn't do anything. So these are the interesting facts about the hero power and yeah, your weapon. So the other thing which is different is that you start with 10 armor. I guess it's only because that nobody should be overrun by aggressive decks. Yeah, so we tried Phase Shaman and we won one game due to the weapon, and you can deal the 10 damage which your opponent has in armor pretty easily with the weapons you have. But that your opponent also has the weapon gives him again the opportunity to kill your minions, to control the board a little bit better. So this might be a thing, but yeah, aggressive decks usually have minions with low health, and I don't know, they won't survive so long, and maybe this gives the opponent time to stabilize or build himself a board which then you cannot kill. Yeah, so I think Rook is one of the classes where you have a lot of opportunities, because Rook hero power is a weapon, and a lot of cards, spells and so on, some are related to the hero power to weapons in general, and it is like having so the Rook is working a lot with the hero power, and this time you don't need to pay the 2 mana because you get immediately a weapon, which is yeah, actually always better than the 1-1 no, it actually is a 1-1 attack to durability you get from your hero power. So this is a good thing. So yeah, the obvious choice in the beginning should be Rogue, and then yeah, let's see. In Tavern Brawl you usually have kind of a mini meta, so after 1 or 2 days it might change. If everyone plays Rogue, then people will think of something which counters rogues. But for the moment, I think that with rogue there is maybe the best first potential inside, because also all the weapon buffs and so on. Yeah, how good this pirate deck is, I don't know. The 2 games we had were not really useful to make an assessment, but since I also played pirate decks for a while on Nether just for fun, and I really like them, I think I will take this opportunity and try it a little more often in this weekly Tavern Brawl. Yeah, so now I'm at the end, and I hope you got a more or less good first impression. At least it should be clear what this is about, and some first ideas about which cards are good. This, I think I hope my video provided this, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching it, and then yeah, see you somewhere in the next weeks, next days or so, and until then, enjoy playing some Tavern Brawls.